the market is fully absorbed. I mean, the price of the coin should be multiples of where they are right now, but that's, it takes time, right?
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Lawrence Lepard dives into the inflation outlook and a coming Bitcoin monetary reset. We covered his insightful viewpoints on major economic shifts. Let's watch to learn more about these topics.
How Bitcoiners are viewing Trump. It's almost funny. It's literally on a weekly basis. He's the Bitcoiners' best friends, and then the next week he's everybody's worst enemy.
Well, he's a little all over the map, and he had to drag the crypto guys along with him, sadly, because they gave him a lot of money. And, this is politics, right? It's the art of compromise. And, us maxis are kind of like, oh, God, why are you doing all that? But I kind of get it. And, who knows? I mean, I don't know if the crypto and Bitcoin people made the difference in the vote, but it certainly didn't hurt. And so, he's got to do what he's got to do, right?
Yeah, the man's a master of 3D chess, for sure.
He really is. Yeah.
And at least from the Bitcoiners' perspective, it was very reassuring to see that, Ethereum, Solana, some of these alternative coins are being left out of the strategic reserve. It really signals that the Trump administration and even, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Commerce, Lutnick and Bessent really understand the value proposition of Bitcoin as a whole.
I think that's right.
It's super reassuring.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is that this has been signed in as an executive order. It hasn't been passed by Congress. And in addition to that, the way they're funding, the initial coins of their reserves are through seized coins. So
right.
What do you think about this? Is this a win for sound money, or is this just a half step? Is there more work that needs to be done?
Well, there's obviously more work that needs to be done, but it's a big win. Let's face it. I mean, it could, it'd be nice to have it enacted through legislation so that if we have Team Blue winning in 4 years, they can't undo it, right?
Right.
But even Team Blue, has caught some heat because, didn't they sell almost an equal number of coins, and they left $17 billion on the table as a result of selling those at much lower prices. So I feel like, we've got knowledge now at the highest levels of the U.S. government that this is an important strategic asset to hold. And that's a big deal. And so now every other country in the world has to focus on, if this becomes the neutral reserve currency, and anyone who studies what's going on knows that we need a neutral reserve currency as a result of Triffin's dilemma, they might start asking, well, and many of them, by the way, have bet on gold. We know China, for example, has bet hugely on gold, has a lot more gold than they say they have based on the import-export data. And so, they're going to have to sit there and say to themselves, are we making the right bet? Because this is digital gold and it's better than gold in many respects. And, this is Saylor's point, which is, we should sell all our gold and use it to buy Bitcoin, which I, generally speaking, kind of agree with, but I don't think we're there yet. And then again, there's some debate as to how much gold we really have. And I find it interesting. Trump said he's going to go audit Fort Knox. I hope he does. I hope he finds it's there. I'm a little worried that, that might be an empty promise. I'm not sure they're going to like what they find, but, that's another bridge they got to cross. But look, this is a step along the way, and my sense is there'll need to be more steps. They need to find revenue neutral ways to grow the reserve. I think the minute they start growing it, that'll be another big step. And I think they will grow it. I think they know that they need to have a higher Bitcoin price to help them because stable coins, which are a small piece of the overall Bitcoin network today, not insignificant, but smaller, are big buyers of treasury bills. And guess what? The U.S. has a lot of treasury bills to sell.
The crypto market is entering a pivotal year in 2025, with major risks stirring debate among investors. Many experts predict Bitcoin could reach as high as $180,000 by the end of the year, fueling optimism despite recent corrections. However, a looming U.S. recession remains a critical concern. When economic conditions tighten, even the most bullish digital assets may suffer, as market trends historically mirror traditional tech stocks. Industry insiders also highlight another risk: the circular crypto economy. As noted by Tezos co-founder Arthur Brightman, the cycle within decentralized finance can become dangerously self-referential. If the primary motive for buying a token is the belief that others will do the same, the market loses its grounding in tangible revenue-generating activities. This circularity raises questions about long-term stability and the real value behind many crypto projects. The combination of external economic pressures and an internally driven, self-referential market creates uncertainty. While optimistic forecasts continue to push prices upward, investors remain cautious. The balance between hope and risk in the crypto space is delicate, and 2025 might just reveal whether these challenges can be overcome or if they will derail the next phase of growth. Investors must carefully weigh these risks thoughtfully always.
The Saudi Arabia stuff has not been made public, but the word I was getting was that these other countries in the Middle East, countries with enormous wealth, were beginning to embrace Bitcoin as a form of digital gold, and they were stacking, and that they were actually there to, among other things, ask Trump's son and Manafort, "Hey, we're thinking of doing more of this. We're thinking of announcing it." And I was told by the Policy Institute guys that the U.S. response back was, "Yeah, it's all great. We're very supportive, but just don't jump in front of us. Let us do our thing first, and then go ahead and announce it." So, as I say, to me, that's just huge. I mean, there's trillions of dollars in these countries, and and they've traditionally been sound money countries. I mean, the Arab culture loves gold, the precursor to Bitcoin, and so if they're now learning to make the jump from being investors in gold to investors in Bitcoin, that's a really big deal, in my opinion. So I couldn't have been more bulled up coming out of the conference. And you always hear these things, and then you wait and see, well, is it really going to happen, right? Is Trump really going to deliver? Are we going to get a strategic Bitcoin reserve? And then there were some disappointing things with the Trump coin, the Melania coin, and all the other shit coins getting put into another, bucket. But at the end of the day, he came through, and although they have not announced plans to buy a lot, they've announced that they're intending to buy if they can do it in a revenue-neutral way, and they've said they're not going to sell. And, and then the Loomis bill today, as you probably saw, has picked up some additional sponsors. And so, I mean, this is how it happens, right? Slowly but surely, the consensus grows that this is the asset to own.
Michael Saylor's strategy, renowned as the world's largest public corporate Bitcoin holder, has recently made a historic move by completing its smallest Bitcoin purchase on record. On March 17, the firm acquired 130 Bitcoin at an average price of approximately $82,981 per Bitcoin, spending around $10.7 million in cash. This transaction marks a significant departure from previous deals, as Strategy's earlier acquisitions have been much larger. Despite Bitcoin prices falling to multi-month lows below $80,000 last week, the firm decided to make a modest purchase during a volatile market period. This latest acquisition was funded through proceeds from the innovative STRK ATM program, which is designed to raise up to $21 billion in fresh capital for future Bitcoin purchases. With this new buy, Strategy and its subsidiaries now hold a total of 499,226 Bitcoin. The aggregate purchase cost has reached approximately $33.1 billion, resulting in an average purchase price of about $66,360 per Bitcoin when fees and expenses are considered. The firm now stands just 774 Bitcoin away from reaching a major milestone of 500,000 Bitcoin. Furthermore, the company's Bitcoin yield currently stands at 6.9%, falling short of its 15% target set for 2025. Prior to this deal, the smallest purchase recorded was 169 Bitcoin in August 2024. So far in 2025, Strategy has acquired 51,656 Bitcoin across 7 announced acquisitions, reflecting a cautious yet persistent approach in its ongoing accumulation strategy. Michael Saylor, a well-known advocate in the crypto world, sees this modest purchase as a strategic move that balances caution with ambition. By accumulating Bitcoin, the firm aims to navigate volatile markets while positioning itself for long-term success. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.